Okay, so by 2030, BMW say that half of their vehicle sales will be electrified vehicles, which is why we have this, an electrified version of the 5 Series. Okay, now it's not fully electrified, this is more of a plug-in hybrid. Okay, so this is the G30 530e M Sport LCI. LCI being, this is the facelift version. Despite being around 50,000 ringgit cheaper than the 530i, we're starting to wonder, is it really worth getting this over the 530i? Yes, it has a considerable less amount of equipment here and there, but it does have one big advantage, and that is its electrified motor. First things first, what does the LCI do for the G30? Well, basically now the kidney grille is a bit more angular. There's a reshaped headlights with some L-shaped DRLs, but as usual, being this is an M Sport, it's got that U-shaped aggressive bumper with large intakes, and yeah, that's pretty much it really. I mean, it's a subtle change, but it still differentiates it between the pre-facelift vehicle. At the side, the profile is kind of similar still, but you do get these 19-inch Y-spoke style M alloy wheels. But at the rear, we've also got some cosmetic changes here too. So you've got a redesigned bumper with the grey diffuser, and then you've also got a redesigned taillight with this C-shaped graphic here. But pretty much everything else is just the same. So we're inside the G30 530e M Sport LCI. So this is a facelift, but not much facelifting has been done on the inside. Everything is still quite similar. You have this rhombical aluminium trim here, you still got that piano black trim here, still got the same steering wheel, although the buttons have been remapped, so they've been moved around a little bit. Yeah, everything is pretty much the same, but this screen is a little bit bigger. Now it's 12.3, I believe it was 12 inches before. Maybe in the screen here I'll tell you how much bigger it is. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, the seats, BMW say, have been redesigned for better comfort. Yes, they are more comfortable, but pretty much everything inside at the front here is just like the pre-facelifted car. So as before, you still have a lot of space at the back, and I really like one of these things. That means the rear, they've got aircon vents here and at the door, so now you really feel good air conditioning back here. You can control your air conditioning individually back here too, with some buttons here and temperature control. There's a couple of USB ports here for charging your devices. As for privacy, you get this here, that here, and you can always ask the front driver to take this thing down or up, which my colleague has just done for me. So put it up again please, Hannah. There you go, feel like a boss. Yeah, it's quite comfortable. There's a lot of leg room, there's a lot of headroom. Yep, it's not changed. Why change anything that's not broken, right? Alright, being that this is an electrically assisted 5 Series, something's gotta give, and the boot is compromised. So yeah, as you can see, usually in a 5 Series, this is where there's a big gaping hole for you to put your golf bags, luggages, blah blah blah. You know, there's a lot of space usually in the 5 Series. But in the 530e, that's not much. That's because it's cut into half, because at the bottom, it's where all those electrical components live, and you know, there's places to keep your wires and things like that. But you know, there's still quite a big space, but just don't expect it to be as large as the 530i or any 5 Series for that matter that's not electrically assisted. So the 530e now gets the same engine as the 330e, which is like an upgraded engine. So it's got 184 PS and 300 Newton meters of torque. But the thing is, with the electric motor, it has 68 PS extra, which gives it a combined output of 292 PS. the thing is, they only comes with extra boost. That's when you put it in sports mode and all the power is accessible to you. But if it's not, it's only 252 PS. But saying that, however, even if you don't have it in sports mode, the electric power always assists you with the acceleration, giving you that kind of EV feeling that I love. So that's the powertrain in the 530e. Alright, so welcome to the inside of the 530e. Okay, like I've said before, the 50e is about 50 grand cheaper than the 530i, and the reason for that is, of course, there's incentives for electrified powertrains, and also because this car has got a lot less gear than the 530i. For example, okay, this infotainment system, it does not have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. It also does not have those gesture things that, you know, most BMWs can do now. You know, you go like that, move. All that, they don't have it. Also, it doesn't come with adaptive cruise control like the 530i. That's got it, and that's become an ever useful feature now these days. I mean, I was one of the first people like, what is the fuss about this adaptive cruise control? Well, you know, I've actually learned to really enjoy it because it helps during traffic jam. Now this is just got like a normal cruise control, and it's okay, it just works like a normal cruise control. Something that was a bit surprising when I got into the car. I was really expecting it to have it. You would, you know, 530, technologically advanced, next generation, 21st century car, doesn't have it. Okay, well, tough. Anyway, that's one of the things you're gonna have to live without. Okay, so yeah, but everything else, you can like connect the Bluetooth audio, screen mirroring, and you know, you've got your basic navigation here, and yeah, it's okay. I mean, the resolution is quite high, so yeah, you're not gonna complain. Although it's not like the 530i's Harman Kardon sound system, the speakers here are still quite good. Okay, there's plenty of adjustability in the seats because it's all motorized, you know. And once again, we've come back to this thing here. I'm not really a fan of this mesh looking interior thing here. I would prefer just an all alum finish, but the 530e and 530i both have it. Okay, one of the things that people always complain about when they get into the 530e is it's wireless charging. It's great as it has it, you know, but I can't charge my phone because it's just too big. And I don't even have a Samsung Note. That's even bigger. I have like a S20 Galaxy. So I don't know what it's there for. Also the cup holders, it's really shallow. I don't know. I mean, am I nitpicking? These are things that people are going to complain about? I'm not sure. But these are just what it is, what are the things that people might complain about in this car. Also, okay, the climate control is all digital, there's touch functionality here. So yeah, it's like a mixed bag of like traditional and futuristic technology. One thing though, okay, that differentiates the 530i and 530e is of course its electric powertrain, and to me that is the best feature of the car, obviously, not the rest, because everything else, the 530i would be a better car. I mean, this car is like 100 kilograms heavier than the 530i, and you can sometimes feel it. When? During technical corners or, you know, difficult situations, yes, you can feel it. But for most of the times, you can't feel it because the adaptive suspension is really, really nice in this car. Actually, okay, yes, although, you know, it's not the best corner car compared to the 530i because you can feel some of the weight, but I feel like this is one of the best shock absorbing dampers I have ever felt. It is just tuned to the T. It is just superb. Alright, I mean, like in normal corners like this one now, you don't really feel the weight. I mean, but if you go like fast, like a lot of BMW drivers do, then you might feel it. Sometimes. It works sometimes, okay? So, but like I said, the dampers here are just quite superb. I mean, it really does flatten the road, and I drove around pointlessly for a whole day just because I just enjoyed the absorption, and it's just perfect. There's just nothing to complain about there. It adds to the car's serene environment, you know. It's quiet in here, you know, and you don't feel any harsh bumps or anything, and it just makes it the 530e, you know, perfect for long cruises or city drives. It's just so comfortable in this car. But here's the thing though, considering that, okay, it's heavier, the car is still fun. Why? Because of this. Woo! So that acceleration, oh my god. Oh my god, alright? Reason for it is different, okay? I mean, okay, you can have like a V8 or something like that, but because this car is assisted by the electric motors, it gives you that electric motor acceleration feeling, and that's just hard to beat in an ICE combustion, internal combustion engine vehicle. You just don't get it. It's constantly like helping. It's just wow. It's just instant acceleration, especially these days with turbocharged cars. When you press something, sometimes when you press the pedal, sometimes nothing happens. But in the 530, you press it, you're instantly off. And I like that because you have good control of the situation in front of you. If you want to go left, right, in front of that car, and you can predict it very, very well. And that is one of the best features of the 530e, which comes to the point. Why would you buy the 530e over the 530i? Okay, yes, the 50,000 ringgit savings might be one of the things that push you towards it, but the other thing that might push you towards it is that the 530e gives you access to the 21st century. What I mean by that is, this is the car for you if you want to try out that electric vehicle lifestyle, okay? Why I say that is because, okay, you're interested in the electric vehicle lifestyle, but you know, you're not sure, you know, range anxiety, you know, what about maintenance, blah blah blah, you know, all the things that people worry about when they buy EVs. Well, with this you have best of both worlds, okay? So in normal drive, it's called a hybrid, and it's just adaptive, so it will change between the petrol engine and the electric motor to give you the best outcome, you know, where it saves fuel economy. But if you ever live close by from your workplace to your home, you can always just switch to electric. Okay, you have like around 35 to 40 kilometers range, depending on what the situation is like. And yeah, that can give you an experience of what EVs are like. And if you don't want to, you know, and you don't have to worry about the range anxiety and all of that lot. Because, you know, no matter what, if you don't have a place to charge the battery, you can always just press this thing called battery control, okay? So battery control, it just basically limits the output of the electric motor and the battery. Instead, it uses mostly the engine, you know, and at the same time, it'll recharge the battery, and that keeps your battery topped up. Let's say you forgot to charge overnight, or you know, any of that, you can always just press battery control and it'll charge the battery up for you without depleting it. But yeah, so this is why you would buy the 530e, okay? There's two things. The acceleration, that experience of the electric vehicle acceleration is there in this car, and it's fun. Makes the car really, really fun despite being a little bit heavier than the 530i, and also because this gives you access to that electric vehicle lifestyle just as a tester. You might like it, and then you might just change to electric vehicle after this, but at least you don't have to fully commit to it, you know. You still got the 2-liter turbocharged engine to power you everywhere, and yeah, it's nice. It's a nice engine, and it'll get you around fast, quick, because it's quite powerful. It's quite quiet. There you go. You know, I was never really a fan of, like, you know, hybrid vehicles, but this car has completely changed my mind about it. It really is the best of both worlds. When, you know, we're in a transition period right now. People are curious about electric vehicles, but, you know, they don't want to commit to it. So what's a happy medium? A car like this. it's just perfect. It can give you the electric vehicle experience, can give you the ICE experience, and combine them both, which is great if you're not sure what you want to do. But I think because this vehicle has helped me realize that, you know, electricity is the way forward, electric vehicles are the way forward, I think just because of this vehicle, I might look deeper into EV ownership thanks to this. And I think BMW, because they're aiming to have electrified vehicles to be consist of half of their sales by 2030, this is definitely them pushing you in the right direction. I don't know about the rest, but the BMW hybrid, this is working out for me. I like it. Sign me up for a BMW electric vehicle too.